Welcome to the Journeyman Cave, a podcast where we meet and chat with some of boxing's most seasoned road warriors, hosted by Mark Shakespeare and Chris Scarfe.
Welcome back to the Journeyman Cave, everybody. This is round 22. Mr. Shakespeare, how are you doing?
Yeah, everything's going good, mate. Yourself?
Always good, you know this. Another good one. We say that every week, but we'll say it again and again and again. Who we got this week?
Yeah, another good veteran in this week, mate, Mr. Mitchell Smith.
Yeah.
Or Man Mitch, as we call him.
Yeah, and another veteran as well. How many fights?
74 in total, mate.
That's decent, that, isn't it? That's not bad at all. And he made the trip up here.
He did.
Sonny Barnsley.
Yeah, he's still got his looks and all, hasn't he?
I know, it makes me sick. I'm joking. Yeah, but he has. No, you're not wrong. He don't look like he's been in the ring 74 times. I'll tell you that much.
No, he was very clever in the ring, I think, wasn't he, or Mitch? Not many stopped him, obviously. And yeah, I took him for a drink round Barnsley for a nice coffee. And he was very impressed with his other half, Stacey, which was nice. I would like to get Barnsley in, don't we? I mentioned it a few times. But yeah, it should be a good interview with this. We enjoyed talking to Mitch.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've seen him over the years a few times. And obviously, I'm on Facebook friends with the great Isham Pickering. And obviously, he managed Mitchell.
Yeah.
And when I told that Isham I was doing this podcast, he says, "Oh, you ought to get Mitchell Smith on. I used to manage him. He was a great journeyman."
Yeah.
And ever since he mentioned that, I've been hunting him down. So we finally got
successful again.
Yeah, I was successful again. But yeah, a great interview to look forward to. Come all the way from Lincoln, and we appreciate that.
Absolutely, yeah. We know how hard it is to try and get away into it. So for somebody like Mitchell to come up here, I can't thank him enough. It helps us, doesn't it? Because, especially in this day and age, with petrol prices.
Yeah, it's tough, innit? We understand it's tough out there. And like I said, we'd love to have a bottle amount of money and just go everywhere, but we can't. But we do appreciate if guys can come over to the studio. And I think they're always impressed with you, aren't they, when they come over?
Well, we've not got a bad little setup. And thanks again, as always, to Rhythm Inc., the studio we do recording. Let us in pretty much any time we can, we need it. And just to mention, as you say, I mean, we are hoping, fingers crossed, to get a couple of trips in, aren't we, this summer? A couple of people on his radar. So let's not mention any names just yet. I don't want to spoil it, but, these things, they don't fund themselves, and we will never sort of ask for money from anybody. But if anybody did think, do you know what, I can afford to give these guys a couple of quid, a coffee for you and a pint for me or whatever, it's always gratefully received, all goes into the pot, and just helps us put towards us as costs for doing these things. But again, if you can't, that's absolutely fine. We don't expect from anybody. If you can't, if you can at least share an episode, it costs you no, and it's all gratefully, appreciated.
And that's just as good as money, mate, if you share it. I mean, we are getting bigger. I mean, we're only small, but we are growing slowly. And I think we're only going to get bigger. And we're going to keep going for these lads.
Yeah.
And like you said, we've got some top trips coming up this summer. And we've got some. We'll find a way.
We will. We always do.
We always find a way, and we'll find a way. And I can guarantee that Birmingham will be on that radar this summer. So that's a little clue for you all.
Well, and yeah, it's like how do you pick who might be down there? We're going to see there's that many of them.
Might have to book him for a week.
We might have to move down there for 3 months.
Yeah,
might just about get round them. So yeah, all that to look forward to, aren't we? But in that meantime, let's get Mitchell Smith in.
Let's do it, mate.
Well, it's frustrating when I used to be when I used to fight and stuff, because people say, "Oh, did you win?" Like if I worked on site, lads would say, "Oh, I said I'm fighting tonight. Oh, good luck on that." And then next day, "Did you win?" Nah. Oh, and then they wouldn't win again, and they say, "Oh, good. Why don't you ever win any fights? It must be shit or something." But it just doesn't work like that. Don't get beaten up. Well, I did sometimes. Felt like I did. But yeah, it's just the way it is. It can be so close, and you lose every round by the judges.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The worst robber I ever had was Liam Conroy. I'd like to mention that one if out of any.
Yeah, doing that.
Because that was a good...
Mention him now, mate, if you want, because he's one actually I was going to mention to you, but I didn't write down.
Really good boxer, and I just have good days and bad days, just like anything, and just felt really good on that day and travelled down to Liverpool, and boxed him. First round, did well. The second round, he caught me with quite an heavy shot, and then I come back from it, and then he nearly dropped me in the second. He hit me because he's quite heavy-handed. Hit me with a straight right in the middle of my face, like my nose or something. I can't remember. I remember like nearly going down, and then I recovered and then dropped him in the third round, and he didn't. He looked like he wasn't going to recover. Got pictures of him like he's like opening his eyes and trying to come back to life sort of thing. But yeah, they give it a draw. But I hammered him in the fourth round as well. I thought I'd won that outright, but he's quite a big favourite, wasn't he?
Oh, massive.
I think he's still boxing now. I think he's done quite well, really.
He is
got
still
a few
boxing.
Titles and that.
I think he definitely won English at least, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I won that fight pretty clear. I dropped him and then I thought I won the other. Well, I won round first, third and fourth. But yeah, it's just the way it is.
Best result of your career?
Which one?
That one.
Even
Even though it were only a draw?
Probably. I don't know, really. I've got all different... even some of my fights that I lost on points, I really was a highlight of a fight.
Yeah, we thought he put a good
career,
show.
Whatever. Yeah, just because of my performance and the way they was as well. If there was a good fighter and stuff, and I fought a lad at Birmingham, an Asian lad, I can't remember, Joe Sharif. He was decent, and I've boxed really well the whole fight. I lost on points. That was a real good. I did really well on that fight.
I think you won it.
I thought I did. I thought it was better. It's on YouTube, that is. I've watched it back a few times. Yeah, that was a good one to remember.
But I've been talking to Isham anyway, and he told me I've got to ask you a question at the beginning. And he says, what were your best boxing memory with him on the road? Don't bang your head.
What was the best boxing memory? We went to Birmingham and I boxed Grant Cunningham, and it was full of white snow all over. It snowed that much. I was so dead at the weight, not dead at the weight, but I broke weight. I had to box at 12 stone 6. I was first 6-rounder, first TV show on Box Nation, and we just had a good crack. There's me, Isham, and his mate Matty Worthington. He's a nice lad. He drove us down there, and it was just all a good atmosphere, great crack. And we pinched one of the gloves off that I used.
Only one?
Hey,
You pinched one of the gloves?
oh no, the pair like.
Right, I was going to say.
Yeah, that was, and we had a good laugh on the way home and stuff like that. We always used to stop off at the services. We had I can't remember a certain time because we had so many good cracks. To be fair,
You had some good times on road.
Yeah, we had some good times. We always stopped off, had food, and on the way home we had some good chats. We had a lot of chats on the drive home. We got lost all the time. We always got lost. Come back from Scotland was a favourite.
Oh, yeah. No Google Maps then.
I thought, well, yeah, no, I think we did. I think we did, but there's always like diversions and stuff like that.
Lost in Scotland, eh?
Yeah. Well, coming back, always got diverted, and then it'd send the diversion sides would just disappear after a bit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's a good job petrol water's dear in them days, then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've just had some good memories with Isham. I can remember we had a couple of fallouts, and I remember once driving to Manchester, and we had an argument in the van once, and he said to me, he turned the van around.
I can't imagine Isham doing that.
Oh, he's quite hot-headed, Isham is.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought every time I spoke to him or messaged to him, he's always seems so chilled out.
Yeah, he is really chilled out, but he's got a hot head. We had some barneys a lot of time because of me making weight and being mardy for being hungry. And yeah.
People don't understand sometimes, do they? Making that weight.
Yeah, little things like he'd ring me up and say, Mitch, get to like in the morning of the fight, get to me for 1 o'clock. And I used to want to hang on for so long because I wanted to have like porridge and try and have another bit of porridge and a coffee because I couldn't eat too much. So and I said, and then he'd ring me back and say, Mitch, get to me for 12. And I said, you said 1. No, 12. And I said, you said 1. And he'd hang up on the phone and stuff. I had a bit of an argument once and I boxed A.D. Clegg, my second fight, and I stopped him. That was a cracking fight, to be honest, at Sheffield Arena, Ice Arena. And the night before, we had a big barney because of me being hungry. And it was that night, actually, that morning. And he said, get to me for like 1 or something, we'll drive down. And then he rang me up again and said, get to me for 12. And I wanted to hang fire a bit. So, yeah, I lost my head and I had an argument with him. And I was mardy all the way to Sheffield. And then after the way, I drank loads, ate loads. And then I just steamed into that A.D. Clegg. It was a great fight. I was dropped him and then stopped him in the 3rd round. Yeah, that was a brilliant fight, that was.
Yeah.
It was for me, anyway.
Yeah, see, I'm going to mention that one because that was your first win, wasn't it?
Yeah. Second fight, first win by TKO.
And you had a good record, no, you're 6-1 at the time, Cleggy. At the time,
yeah.
So it was a big win for
you,
that,
good
mate.
amateur, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he was a nice lad. I think he, to be honest, I mean, taking nothing away from him, I think he'd come back for a fight. I think he had a bit of time out and then come back. And I just lost to Jody Meikle, so he probably thought, oh yeah, I'll fight Mitch. Mitch, all right. But yeah.
We've got to mention Jody, haven't we?
Yeah.
2 Barneys with him, eh?
Jody.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my debut against him. I think each of them thought I was going to beat him because I was training really well, sparring against lads and doing well in sparring. I was fit as anything for my debut, but Jody's so awkward. He's quite tough as well. He's quite strong, like power-wise. Got some dig on his shots. He's tall as well. He's so awkward, like throws shots from all over the place. And he's a bit dirty, hey?
Did he kiss your head out like that?
No, he always used to whisper in my ear and stuff, always shouting and stuff. Come on, you faggot! Come on, you faggot! Is that all you can eat?
He is. I don't swear much, but he's a fucker, innit?
Yeah.
He's cut that out in case our George did. Yeah, he were always known for it, wasn't he? Though nobody else. I think he's the only person who's been docked points for clowning around, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, he actually got docked points for taking the mickey.
Used to lean on the ropes and stuff do stuff like that. But yeah, I fought him at Cleethorpes on my debut. It wasn't a very good fight, to be honest. I was, my head wasn't really with it. Don't know why. But yeah, and then I had a rematch with him at Lincoln. I sold the tickets and I thought I won that quite clearly as well. But yeah, win some, lose some. But yeah, it was tough lad. But
credit to you as well, though, from coming back to that, to stopping Clegg. You know what I mean? So it proved a bit about. I mean, that must have been.
Yeah, I think that's in the back of my mind as well. Because I had a shit performance in my first fight. Easton wasn't happy with me because he knew I could have done better. So the second fight, I was proper geared up for it. I thought, I'll do better than that this time. Just try not to dwell on what you do, don't you? Try to come back stronger but yeah.
You should be proud of that. It was a good win, that, mate. That one, first ones I wrote down. That.
Well, Eddie Clegg. Yeah, it was a brilliant show, it was. And I didn't pick my my ring tune. You know what it comes out, what it come out to. And they just played it, and it was this rocky tune. It was absolutely brilliant. It was.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, come out to a rocky tune. I thought, this is sound. I didn't even pick it. They just put it out. So yeah, that was my night. That was.
I came over out to watch Sky Sports, and every time the away fighter come on Sky Sports, they used to play that Bryan Adams and "Don't Give Up." That was the only song they played for away fighter. They come down 7 times and away fighter. They just put it on.
Yeah, I've come out to some right shit. Like, I think they do it on purpose sometimes, but I always used to ask for what is it, lights or all of the lights or something by.
I know what you mean. That Kel Brook come out to that, didn't it?
Yeah, Kel's tune. Yeah, so I used to say that.
Rihanna, that.
Yeah, Rihanna. Yeah.
No idea.
I don't know.
Something lights.
We'll ask your better half. Rihanna, all of the lights.
I think so.
All of the lights.
Kanye West.
There you go. You've got it.
Definitive answer.
It's lucky you've come, you see.
What were your ambitions then going in when you first started? Were you going to make a crack of it, or did you know you were going to go into Punt Road? Or
I didn't know I was going to. I never thought I'd turn pro. I started boxing just to keep fit. I used to knock about with my mates around the streets and play football and stuff. But a couple of them started going to the local boxing gym, Bracebridge, and then so I thought, I'm running out of lads to hang around with now. So all my mates going in the gym, so I thought I'll just join. And then watching, got the bug really, just watching people how fit they was, how much they could train, and how fast they could like fight and box, like on the pads and bag work and stuff. And think, flipping it. And I was so unfit. And then so I thought, I'm just trying to get a bit fitter, get a bit stronger, and then eventually started sparring. Got a book for that, and I had a few fights as an amateur. And then I went to Esham's because I was in the championships. Got to the quarterfinals as an amateur in championships, and so I thought I'd try and train somewhere else, to pick up some new tools or just get some different type of training. And went to Esham's and then enjoyed training with him. And it was him that mentioned it. He says, "Oh, would you ever turn pro?" I was thinking that, so, and I thought, well, I didn't really have it in mind, but that was it. I just went from there, really.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
74 fights later.
Yeah, that was it. I absolutely loved it.
You're up there in the probably top 20 easy, mate. I would say. With fights going, especially at your weight.
Yeah,
there's not many as you go bigger.
Yeah, you can't
get that many.
Yeah, I don't know any. How many did Jody do? I think it was about the same.
I don't think Jody did as many as you.
Yeah, because I wanted to try and get to 100, but it was just it was getting too hard. It started to hurt a little bit.
The thing is, the heavier you get up, the harder they hit. And the more damage they do.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And to do 74 in them, at super middle / light heavy.
Yeah, I fought some cruiserweight weights as well. I fought Russ Henshaw. He was an absolute griller, he was. I fought him at Sheffield. Big, hairy, sweaty animal.
Did he stop you?
No, but he was so strong. He hit like a train. I didn't enjoy that fight. Dave Caldwell. I met Dave Caldwell, and he put that show on. That was at Sheffield. But yeah, I boxed I boxed the lad twice as well. Stevie, what was his name? Boxed him on my third fight, then I boxed him again. I can't remember his name now. Stevie something from Manchester. He's a rum lad, he was. He was massive cruiserweight, and then I boxed Jack Massey, cruiserweight. That's a good one on record. That is
definitely. What do you reckon to that? What do you reckon to Jack?
I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, me too.
He's doing well now, isn't he? He's everywhere now. Yeah, he's brilliant. Me and Stace watched him fight. Who was it he boxed?
He just fought Joseph Parker, didn't he? Anyway.
Parker, yeah. Yeah, Joseph Parker, yeah. Did well and all, didn't he? Caused him some problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack Massey could hit. At first, I knew he could hit anyway. I was waiting for that phone call off Isham, and I knew it was going to come. Because I was on the same circuit. He was on the, I thought, I'm not fighting him. So I watched his debut, knocked Jody Meikle out. I was there because I fought on the same show, at Bolton it was. I thought, fucking hell, that's going to be me soon. Got a phone call off Isham. Mitch, I've got a good fight for you at Manchester. Told me how much it was worth. 6 rounds. Jack Massey. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Trained like man I did. Got myself prepared for it. Yeah. But he didn't stop me.
I was going to say, he didn't stop you, did he?
6 rounds, and I had a headache for about 2 months after that fight.
He were definitely one I wanted to highlight, because that's one of...
He's so sharp, like his jab, and he hit me with an hook in the second round, like a jab and a hook, and I didn't even see the hook coming. Just clipped my chin and I dropped to the floor. I was like, just took a minute, and then I got through it. I thought, oh god, didn't it? Yeah, I was hanging on for that fight. I was.
Yeah, I like to follow Jack.
Yeah,
because he's old school, and he's not scared of winning with anybody, and he'll not.
Yeah, he's tough and he's humble and all. He's quiet. Just gets stuck in. And...
Well, after you bought Cleggy, right, with a good win that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put your worst ones down here. I've got Tommy Tatham and Tobias Webb, both knock you out. Were they knockouts, or were they on your feet, or? Do
you know what? No, they weren't knockouts. It was I wasn't knocked out. It was my balls went
right
on the Tommy Tatham one. It was.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I was intimidated, and he had a full knockout record when I boxed him, and I didn't have the internet at the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't look on BoxRec and look at his record until they called it out, saying Tommy Tatham new shot record, 3 wins by 3 knockouts or something like that. I stood there in the ring thinking, oh shit. Mm-hmm. And he looked the part, he's black lad, chiseled to out. Tommy knockout Taven, whatever his name is, and then he could hit hard, but yeah, I lost my guts really. and pulled out of that fight really in the fight. I suppose I took a knee and didn't want to get him involved in it, but you know, at the time I think my head just probably wasn't in it. I don't know, but saying that, I fought him again, and the second time I fought him, I hurt him. I think I lost it by, I think I won a round, but I know I could see I was hurting him in the fight. I was hitting him in I could see it in his eyes. And it didn't stop me that time. So
yeah, and like you said, you had a bit more belief than experience, mate.
Yeah,
it's amazing as you go forward, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're early in your career then as well, mate. I mean, it's sometimes if your mind's not in it, like I've always said many a times, I struggle with my mental health and that. If your mind's not in it, no matter how fit, or if this is not right upstairs, you're gonna fail every time.
That's it, yeah.
And there's no shame in that, mate.
No, that's it. It happened a lot, you know. What's Tobias Webb? Yeah, shame that was a red hot day. We drove all the way to Wales, and I was struggling on weight. I lost my weight in the wrong way. You know, I remember being in the changing rooms, warming up on the pads, and I had nothing. I was literally like hitting the pad, like literally tapping it. It was red hot, sweat was dripping off me. I had no strength, no energy, and then and he come steaming out, and I just had nothing in the tank. Can't really remember why, but yeah, I remember it being red hot and me being drained at the weight.
I remember Tobias. I saw him fight a few times, Tobias. He wasn't a bad little fighter, and that's why I want to mention. But like I say, I always like to mention these when you get knocked out, because when people look on BoxRec and they just see TKO or KO, and they expect it to be sparked out on the floor, and 9 times out of 10 it never is. Yeah. So that's why I like to ask you, so you get a point across.
It's just where the ref either stops in, or you stay down and take the count, you get counted out. I think the only time I've been hit and I was a bit gone was a Liverpool lad. I can't remember his name now. He only had a couple of fights as an amateur. Then he turned pro when he was knocking a few lads out. Can't remember his name, but he hit me with an uppercut, a flurry of shots, and he hit me with an uppercut, and that made my eyes roll a little bit. I think I got counted out with that. I want to sleep. I've never been asleep.
Well, you see, you've definitely still got your faculty about you, mate. I mean, you've done really well out in that career, mate. But after them couple of them stoppages you had, I mean, you went in with a good kid who's still fighting now, didn't you? You went in with Joe McIntyre, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
English champion.
Yeah.
Still going now, you know, Portsmouth lad.
Yeah. Yeah, I did 6 rounds with him at York Hall. Yeah, I didn't... Do you know what? I didn't think much...
No?
Didn't really think much to him now. Well, I say that. Yeah, I got beat. It's me that got beat, but
he went the distance.
It didn't cause me no issues.
Yeah, he was English champion. And, you know, I think he's fighting Shakan Peters next, yeah?
He's decent, isn't he?
I like Shaq, but he's lost a couple in lately, hasn't he? So...
Yeah, did he box Spellman?
You boxed Spellman, didn't you, as well?
Spellman
I think everyone's boxed Spellman, haven't they?
Yeah. Flipping out, he's got an engine on him. I had a good fight with him. The first time I fought him was at Donny Dome. Yeah. And I had a bit of a crowd with me. I had a few people come with me, so I didn't want to, I wanted to try and perform and put a good show on. So I tried my hardest, but afterwards I was absolutely fucked, do you know what I mean? Because he hits hard and he don't seem to slow down. So like, first round, you're fresh and you're coming out fast and giving it all. Then it's like second round, third, fourth round, I was about done in, about running out of energy and stuff, and he was still going. That's why he's obviously calls himself Kid Nitro, because he's got he's a bit like a steam train. He's just got one gear. And that's like just goes through and he's got a good engine on him.
They said he could dig. A lot of few said that would have been in with him. But he just retired now, hasn't he?
He's sharp and all. Yeah, he has. Yeah.
But he went on to get English, so that's no mean feat, is it?
Yeah.
So, but after that McIntyre, we've got to mention it, mate, haven't we? The big draw against Curtis Gargano. Come on.
Oh, Curtis.
Yeah.
What a draw.
I thought I won, to be honest, but he was on his debut. He sold
tickets.
That right?
I didn't know that.
He was on his debut and he sold tickets, and Carl Greaves' show, I thought I won, to be honest, but good old Curtis.
He's a character, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he got a draw against me, and then I don't think did he get any wins? Because he went on the road then, didn't he?
It's a record I've never looked at.
But I can't remember.
He went in with a few decent ones, like you did.
Yeah.
But No, I knew he got a draw against you because I had to mention it. I don't think he did win.
I'm not sure he did, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he did.
If he listens to this, he'll be shouting that.
Yeah. I did.
How dare you forget my only victory or something like that. But we'll check that for you, Curtis, definitely, mate. We have to, don't we?
Yeah, he's good lad, Curtis. He's good lad because as soon as after that fight, we were sort of mates ever since. And I'd never really met him before that.
He's larger than life, isn't he? I met him a few times in the away dressing room.
Yeah, he's a good lad to be around. If you're in the dressing room, he's someone that you want in the background, cheers you up and stuff.
Then after that, mate, I'm going to go on to a little purple patch you had. Not after each other, but you went on 3 wins back in about 2013-14. Your little purple patch, and you had 3 wins against Dane Kelly, Leo Roggett, and let me check here. My writing's not the greatest.
Adam Brunecki.
Yes, correct. Yeah. We're TKO in that one as well.
Yeah,
in Peterborough.
Yeah, that was a good.
Remember that one?
I do. Yeah.
What a good one, mate.
Yeah, it was good because he had such a following, all Polish. He's Polish, and all the Polish crowd was shouting loads of stuff and proper chanting. Rowdy there was, and but I boxed him and stopped him, and then the crowd soon shut up. It was quite good. Always good to have a KO.
Oh yeah, especially the wake up.
Yeah, that was that was quite an hot. I remember that being red hot and all. That's it wasn't one of my best wins. Like I've only got 7 wins and 3 draws, but one of my favourite ones. Dane Kelly, that was a better one.
That one in Bristol, that.
Yeah, because he was quite awkward, to be fair, quite tall. Quite had a bit of a dig on him, but it was a good win because I met Tyson Fury that night. Got a picture with him. Yeah, Huey Fury was fighting, and I was on the undercard, and Tyson Fury walked past us. I mean, Isham got a picture of him. First time I've ever met him. And I got the win that night and all, so...
You see, if a bit of way around, I'd have been waiting for a picture with you and I wouldn't have bothered about Fury.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been interested in Fury.
Yeah, he was quiet, didn't say nothing. I think he was obviously heading somewhere. We sort of stopped him in his path.
Was he a good kid? Was he spot on, like? Did he...
Who, Tyson?
Yeah.
He didn't really say a lot.
No.
Nothing really to shout home about.
He's got one of our T-shirts, hasn't he?
Supposed to have. I'm not saying
has he?
He hope he paid for it.
But he did.
He's got a lot to say on their social media, hasn't he? But he wasn't like that when I met him in person. No, he was a bit quiet, but I think he was obviously...
We can all talk behind a keyboard on that, can't we?
Yeah.
Sometimes social media can be a bit of a pain. But Dane Kelly were a good win for you then, mate. Yeah. But you had Dane Kelly, Leo Roggett and Brett Osborne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a good fight.
And them two were both at York Hall, so what's it like at York Hall? I always ask.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah. I used to love fighting there. Yeah, it's one of my favourite places to box. Just because I've had some wins there. It's just always a good atmosphere. It's old school, isn't it? Changing rooms are really good. The Craze had fights there, didn't they? The Craze twins. Quite a famous hall. So, yeah, Leo Roger or Roggett, whatever you call it, he's an ex-pro footballer, wasn't he?
I don't know.
He was really arrogant.
Oh, right. So, extra special then.
Yeah, really arrogant. Like, he give me dirty looks and stuff. And I walked past him in the hall. We got weighed in and stuff, and he was like walking past, and he sort of like, I've just always been out of people, just say hello or nodded or something. He was giving me dirty looks. I think he was just really nervous. And he stood on my foot when we come together. He got that close to me. He stood on stamped on my foot. So yeah, that was a good win.
So he wound you up the wrong way, the idiot, didn't he?
Sorry?
He wound you up the wrong way, didn't he? There's no need.
Yeah, that's on YouTube, and I've watched that before, because it looks like I've hit him. It looks like one of them old school, like cartoony films where you like hit him and they're bouncing off the ropes and stuff. Brent Osborne, that was a good fight, because I remember I was nearly stopping him. I was so close to stopping him. The ref was like watching it close. I was hitting him loads of shots, good corner, and my gum shield fell out. And he caught me. Well, he hit me, and then it split all the side of my tongue. I had a massive hole in my tongue for weeks because my gum shield fell out, and he punched me. And I didn't even realise at first. The ref jumped in, and I said, "Oh, your gum shield's on the floor." So yeah, I think if it wasn't for that falling out, I think I would have stopped him.
Yeah.
He didn't have a fight after that.
Well, two of them three in that win didn't fight again,
didn't they?
After you fought them, because like I said, Kelly, Roggett, and Osborne, I think they were all all the debuts when you bet them.
Yeah.
And then obviously that Brit, I can't pronounce his name again. The Polish guy.
Oh, Adam Brenecki.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, yeah.
That were a good one to win, wasn't it? And then in between them as well, a funny character. We mentioned him earlier when we were out having a coffee. You fought in between them wins. You had Cello Render, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good night for me, to be honest.
You rocked him, didn't you?
Yeah, rocked him, yeah. I think I only lost by 1 or 2 points. I think it was close. Yeah, I rocked him in the last round because he's hanging on. But yeah, he can dig. But he's one of them. I think he can dig, but he can be quite
chinny.
Yeah, you can. As soon as you hit him, he gets a bit wobbly. So, but I knew that anyway going into the fight. So I was hoping to try and catch him. But he's decent.
It was a good win that one. Well, good one to wobble that one, mate. Because he went on to win British honours, I'm sure he did. And he also won prize fighter, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he'd just come out of prize fighter. He had the prize fighter show, and then I fought him straight after that. I reckon that's why I was quite confident going into that fight because he got knocked out. I watched him get knocked out, and then I started looking into his record and seeing. I think he did get knocked out a few times. That proper.
He got a balanced win and loss record towards and he went in with some good things, but he'll only be remembered for that double knockout winning with Paul Samuels.
Yeah.
Have you seen that on YouTube?
No.
You should watch that one. It's quite a funny one. That
hit each other with a left hook and both laid on the floor.
Oh, right. You'll have to send me that.
I'll try. I'm not very good at internet, but I'll try.
Get your George to do it.
Our George will do it. Our George is 8. He does all my social media for me. Our George at 8. And obviously, I've got to mention it, mate. God rest his soul now. You fought Scott Westcalf, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What did you reckon to him at ring?
He's a great fighter, mate.
Yeah.
He can bang, heavy-handed, long range. Couldn't get near him, but I lost that by 1 point.
Yeah.
Really close. It was a really close fight, that was. But every time he hit me, I felt it. But yeah, I was happy with that fight, really. Lost by 1 point. I mean, it could have gone either way, but I always expect for them to get the decision when it's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, boxed him, and a nice lad as well. Him and his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of good press of Scott, obviously.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I reckon what happened to him on it. But I just thought I had to get it in there, because a lot of people who I've mentioned who he has fought, they all said he went after a decent fight.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
You think he'd have gone further?
Well, yeah.
I think British level?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think from what I saw him, maybe he could have done. I mean, on that night, he had bet Spellman, hadn't he, on that night when that tragedy happened.
He did what?
He beat
on the
night, Dex Spellman, hadn't he, on that night.
I know, I couldn't believe it. Beat him and won the title, and then had to get rushed to hospital. Bless him.
Yeah, we had Carl in, didn't we? And Carl were...
I knew, I was just thinking then, yeah. Carl talked about it.
I think Carl were actually at the hospital when it happened.
Who's that?
Carl Wilde.
All right.
Because I think but if I'm not mistaken, I do think his partner at the time were a nurse, and she knew he wasn't right.
Really?
Yeah, Carl mentioned it, and she said he's blinking too much for my...
All right.
And it's still upsetting, you know what I mean? Because I think he could have gone on to do a lot better. Anyway.
He's only 30, wasn't he?
Yeah, and like you just said there, he was a really nice guy as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll not be forgotten.
Yeah, no, he was. He was a great fighter and a good character. Yeah, bless him.
Yeah, and it's a good one to share ring with, mate. You should be proud of that, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I remember Isham ringing me up on the Monday and telling me that, and I was gutted just because he's such a lovely lad.
Yeah.
30 years old. And it makes you worry, when you're in the sport, makes you worry, think about your health and stuff,
Well, I always make sure now that if I always look through, see which journeymen are fighting. I'm probably the only person who does, apart from all the followers, but I always look through every week. And if I see someone who has been stopped, I always make sure I send them a message to make sure they're all right. And because it's a tough game you're in, mate, and especially at your weight as well. Because there's some additors, and you've said yourself you've been...
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, there's been a few times when I've not felt right for a few weeks after. Jack Massey, that one. And the last fight I had was pretty much the one that called it for me, ended it, which was...
Well, after he's fought Deck, yeah, good God, there's not many... He's got to be a big hitter, and probably biggest name on your record.
Yarde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? I wish to God I stayed and just got through that fight and just hung on so I didn't get stopped. Because I reckon I could have given him some trouble if my head was on it. But at the time, my head wasn't on it. I wasn't training up to the fight. I had some problems at home. I was living at my mum's. I was just living a bit rough, really. And then I had that fight coming up, and I just took it and just thought, I'm not, fuck it, just go in there and just do whatever. But if I knew what I knew now, it didn't really hurt me that much in the fight. He was sharp, he's open, couldn't get nowhere near him. So sharp, so fast, and quick, elusive. Yeah, but I've had a lot harder fights.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Do you think he'll ever win a world title?
He's got to. I think he's definitely world class. I do think he's definitely up there.
I think so as well. But
don't know when though. But
it's a tough division though.
I was hoping he'd fight him. What's his name?
Bouts.
No, Lincoln lad.
I know him. He's retired now, isn't he? Callum Smith.
Callum Johnson.
Callum Johnson, sorry. Yeah.
No, he's going up to cruiserweight.
I thought he was retiring. He said he'd had enough of it. So I hope you're right.
Really?
Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope he's still going.
Right. Yeah, I wanted them two to fight really, but it never happened.
Yeah, because one of my lads at football, do a lot of football with Wayne Alford. He used to live on coast down Cleethorpes and stuff, and he used to work at Italian restaurants, and this Italian guy used to own all these restaurants around there, and they were quite in with Callum Johnson.
Yeah.
So he used to follow him a bit. And yeah, last time I heard, he said he was just fed up and he wasn't getting fights and he'd finished. Yeah. So I hope you're right, because I still think he's got a bit to give.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've only gone off by Facebook.
Yeah.
I've got my Facebook,
So, well, you'll know more than... Are you friends on Facebook with him?
Yeah, and he's training like mad.
Well, he's obviously still going then.
Up a bit, so I reckon he's training up to be cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Yarde, fair play to him. He's a nice lad as well.
Is he?
Yeah, very respectful after.
That's good, because I think sometimes people take him the wrong way. I like him, Yarde.
He's nice. He's a nice lad.
He's got... Again, I'm useless with names and I get hammered for it, but he's got Tui... Who's he got in his corner at Lions in the camp?
Yeah.
Tui Unji or something.
Yeah.
He sometimes he's a bit of an enigma, isn't he? With his loud mouth, and I think Yarde gets sometimes a bit of bad rep with that as well, but I like Yarde.
Yeah, I do.
And I think he did a good account on himself against probably one of the most dangerous fighters last time out, didn't he?
What's that, sorry?
Yarde, I think last time out, when he fought, I forgot his name now, fought world title, didn't he? That dangerous...
that Russian?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he did well against him,
He did really well. It was a cracking fight.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Yeah, see, I reckon... Yeah.
And he went for it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not scared. He's not bothered. But that's what I mean. I mean, he didn't fight like that when I boxed him. He was quite relaxed, and I think he took his time. I don't know why, but the fights after he fought me, because that was his debut, so he's probably just finding his feet and just. But yeah, after that he was tearing through lads, wasn't he? Having some devastating knockouts and.
Well, I would love to see him with Joshua Bouts.
Yeah, I did think that was.
Let's wait for a title online and let's hopefully one of them get a world title. I think Bouts will get there first. And then let's get him in a good old British scrap there. I think that'll be a good one, that, mate. I really do. But yeah, definitely a good one to be in there with, mate.
Definitely, yeah.
But then you get a comeback win after that against Mr. Paul Morris, the old journeyman, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was he like?
He's quite awkward. He tried to knock my head off on the first shot he threw.
People might say about you, though, no, you're a bit awkward probably as well, mate.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I didn't think I was very awkward. I thought it was quite a basic... I wish I was awkward.
I think you were awkward. I think you are. To get the 74 fights you did, mate, I bet people would say you're a tough one to get in there with. Yeah,
I'd like to see what people would say about me, to be honest, just to see what they'd, what my strengths was or anything like that. But yeah, Morris, he was quite a strong lad, quite a big lad. I remember him trying to, he collared me in the toilets.
Did he?
Before the fight, trying to butt me up, saying, he goes, "Hey, mate, how you doing?" And shook me hand and that, and then he's like, so what's your, what did he say? What's your plans then? I said, what do you mean? Well, we're just going to have a little move around and that. And I said, look, mate, we'll just see what happens in the ring, won't we? We'll just see what happens. I didn't say no, but he was, okay, and I just left. I thought, not getting, he's trying to basically say, you know, we're going to have a move around and let me get the win.
Take it easy.
Nah.
He might have needed a win at time. Maybe.
Yeah, that's
he might
because
have
it was on
needed
his
one.
show. It was on his show, yeah. So yeah, I've got a clear win out of that.
Yeah, and then you got your final win after that, didn't you, as well, against Scott Aiken?
Scott Aiken.
TKO, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, don't forget them.
Yeah. Flipping it. That was the biggest knockout. I hit him that hard. He hit the canvas.
Never.
So hard, yeah. I tried to find it on YouTube so I could watch it back, but it's never been on.
You probably never will do, mate. You don't find...
But that was good. That was... Where was that? Leeds. Leeds. Yeah, he had a big crowd. Yeah, that was a good,
I thought it
good win, that was.
Yeah. What do you think about it at Leeds? Very good atmosphere.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a good atmosphere, good show. I remember leading up to that fight, I was training a lot, doing a lot of running, a lot of hill sprints and stuff. So yeah, I was looking forward to that. Looking forward to that one. Always good getting them wins when they come, because he only had a few fights, he had a couple of losses. The wins that he had weren't really, you know, he'd be boxing like novice journeyman and stuff. So I always used to go out, try my hardest with them ones if I had the chance.
Yeah.
If the wins, you know, if it's on the cards.
Sometimes you got to take one, aren't you?
Yeah,
keeps board off your back as well.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, I never really had the board on my back, to be honest. I think because I was quite durable and always went in and had a good scrap. I was never getting hammered, never getting beaten up and knocked about too much.
I think they're all right, the board, to be fair. I mean,
well, they say you should win a fight every 10 fights. If you lose 10 fights on the road, then you come up against the board. But I never had any bother.
Well, I've heard now if you lose 4 on trot, they can call you.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But mostly they're usually all right. They know the business inside out.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if they want to go through your record, just say, well, look at this when I fought this guy. Definitely got a win. If you want to go watch it, it's there. Do you know what I mean? They're not daft, are they? They know what you're there for. And it can't survive without you.
Yeah, I don't think I had any trouble.
I remember Paul Royston saying he did a bit, didn't it? Well, it's why he stopped, isn't it?
Yeah.
In end.
They knew we were going to take lives off him, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think Paul never really... I think he admits himself he wished he'd have taken it a bit more serious at times.
When I think about so actually, I did fight quite a few tough lads on the trot. I had an area, a spell where I was fighting a lot of bangers, heavy hitters, and I think I did get stopped a couple of times. Quite a close time, and didn't get any wins. And I think Isham had to go above the board.
Yeah.
And I think he got the rollicking, not me.
Right.
So, and I reckon every time Isham wanted to get a fight, he had to okay it with the board I think that happened.
Mm-hmm. But that's him taking the weight off you there, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
Which is good. We'll give him a tick for that. And then I like to finish off with this fight. I like to finish off with, mate, another class fighter who's still going now. We had Lyndon Arthur, didn't we?
Yeah.
He stopped you, didn't he?
Yeah, he was tough.
He
could hit hard, Lyndon, because really good boxer. Yeah, that was a 6-rounder as well.
Nice payday, that, then.
What I remember, I can't really remember, to be honest. I think probably, it was a couple of grand, I think. But yeah, he's a tough lad, Lyndon. He had a heavy dig on him. Whereas like Yarde, he had a dig, but it's more sharp. So it's more quick and like more elusive. But with Lyndon, it's more of a heavy thud. I remember him like every time he was hitting me, it was just like way to stun you every time.
Yeah.
And he's a good boxer as well, where he keep you at range. He's hard to get close to. Couldn't get near him because he's a real big lad. Yeah. But yeah, I remember my mum going on holiday. I had to pick her up from Birmingham Airport. And the way I had no sat nav. Me thinking I can get to Birmingham and by using signs and stuff like that. I got lost. And they had to come pick me up. Rang me up and said, right, stay where you are. I had to just describe where I was, and they had to come get me, and I didn't get back until about 3 a.m. And then the next day I fought Lyndon Arthur.
Oh. Out of all the people you need to fight after having sleep, mate, yeah? But they fought two ding-dongs, didn't they, Yarde and Arthur?
Yeah,
Won all, didn't it?
Yeah, Yarde wasn't happy with the first one, was he?
Well, a lot of people said to me in second, and it's going to be the same result, and I says no. I think Yarde's going to walk through him and learn
Oh
his
yeah,
lesson.
he did, didn't he?
And he
Made
did.
a point. Yeah,
He made a big point,
Yeah,
didn't
made
he?
a big point.
But I like them both.
I did think that Yarde bought that Lyndon beat Yarde on the first one.
He did.
Yeah, I thought it did.
I did as well.
They give it a draw, didn't they?
No, they gave it to Arthur.
Oh yeah, of course they did. Yeah.
And I thought it was a fair decision, to be quite fair. And then when they had second fight, I did say to a few lads, I said, I think Yarde will learn a lesson from first fight.
Yeah.
And he did. He walked through him, didn't he, quite easily.
Yeah, because Lyndon boxed his head off, didn't he, on the first one? You could see he was winning comfortably.
I agree.
Yeah. But the second one, I don't think Lyndon looked the same sort of person, did he, in the fight?
He hasn't looked the same person since, really. He just started coming back, hasn't he, with a couple of fights. He had a bit of time off after that fight, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's on Channel 5 at the minute, I think. I don't know who promotes Channel 5, but all the promoters for Channel 5, but he's with them now.
Oh, right.
He's had a couple of fights on there since. But I think that's all fights I'd like to talk to you about, mate. But didn't you say, Scarfe, that Mr. Miles had a question for you?
We've had a question from previous guest, Miles Willington. And he said, I have to ask you if you miss having a fat heavyweight leaning on you when you're tired.
No, can't say I do. Big, fat, heavy, hairy, sweaty one.
He's a bit of a unit, isn't he, Miles?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I didn't spar him that much because he obviously is heavyweight, but body sparring, used to have some body spars with him. Yeah. I didn't, I see that comment on Instagram actually, and I did wonder what he meant by that.
Yeah, that's
I didn't realise that was Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was this morning when I read it.
What?
But no, I had some good spars in the gym. That's where it's all made, isn't it? That's where you do all your work.
Oh, yeah.
And the training.
If you,
I didn't always used to like training. Working all day and then driving to the gym and training all night and then trying to eat clean and doing that day in, day out, thinking about your fights and that, and then you got to have a big fight at the end of it. I mean, at the start of career and stuff, I used to love it. I used to get the bug for it and used to be excited, but after a bit, I think you start getting tired. I had kids and stuff, and then it takes out of you.
Well, I was going to ask, did you, how far ahead did you see it coming? Did you think, or a sudden decision, or were you, for a few months or whatever, thinking I'm going to have to stop soon?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I reckon it was on the cards for quite a while.
Yeah,
I was losing interest because the sport, it is a bit corrupt. Like it's just. Yeah, I started losing a bit of interest, and some of the lads I was getting put in with, I was out of my depth.
Yeah.
And, it's just health's more important and it becomes a bit of a chore. I didn't have time to train as much. Got 2 kids that were little, working as well. And we were being in Lincoln. I used to travel to Newark. And it's not that far, but it's half an hour there, half an hour back. It's late nights and I was up early. So, yeah. And the last fight I had was a knockout. Can't remember, is it Craig Glover? He's a heavy-handed lad, cruiserweight, and that was the last fight he had. And after that, I thought I'm going to knock it on the head. I was quite poorly after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that made my decision up.
You must have had your doubts, because that would sound a bit scary when you were saying that after some fights, you were going days or weeks and not feeling right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Paul Royston, I remember saying he had a few times after a fight he'd go for something to eat and he'd be dizzy and he'd not be right. But to last days or more or weeks.
Yeah. Oh, Jack Massey, that's one I can remember like quite clear. Well, it was Jack Massey and then the last fight he had. Jack Massey, I did the whole 6 rounds of him, and he hit so hard and he's obviously relentless as well. And yeah, I remember feeling quite like concussioned after that for quite a while. But the last fight I had was worse because I had to have time off work. I had to have a week off work. Wow. I remember walking, because I worked on a building site. I remember walking, and every footstep I took, I could feel it in my head. So yeah, that's what called it for me. I thought, I'm not doing this anymore. It's too much.
Yeah,
that's clever.
It's dangerous.
That's smart, that though, mate. He did the right thing.
But yeah, I mean, even in the fight, when he hit me, the ref on that, the ref was, because I was blinking a lot. I started blinking a lot, and the ref stopped it. Said, "You're blinking too much, mate. Blinking too much."
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It is, because like I said, you don't know if you'd have, again, and just said there that your last fight were at cruiserweight as well, so
yeah, and I want
heavier it is as well as you go up.
Yeah, I was still pretty much light heavy. I couldn't ever get up to, because I was training a lot and fighting a lot. I used to stay, heaviest I'd go with probably 13 stone, like 13 stone 8 or something like that. And cruiserweight's 14 stone plus, isn't it?
It most certainly is, mate. There's some, but like you said, mate, 74 fights, 7 wins, 64 losses, and 3 draws. You don't owe anything to the sport, mate, and I think you've come out at the right time, to be quite honest.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's good to see you're all your faculties are intact. And what we're up to now these days?
I've got my own business.
Yeah?
Yeah, doing groundworks and landscaping. Me and another lad. Flat out busy with that. That keeps me busy. Started doing a bit of running this year, trying to do some like 10Ks but I did the morning run this morning, park run.
Did you?
Morning, yeah.
Park run, yeah.
Yeah, just trying to keep fit for my mental health and stuff like that. Because once we lost boxing, I also lost my dad as well. So I started drinking quite a bit. You know, getting a bit depressed and a bit lost because not having a purpose and thinking that's what boxing is. You know, I love it and hate it. It was hard work and stuff, but you know, I used to think about it. I used to buzz getting that phone call off Isham saying, "Oh, I've got your fight in a couple of weeks." And that buzz and thinking that. Plus, it's a payday. Going to gym and stuff like that, in and out of the gym all the time. Once I stopped boxing, all that had gone. I stopped going to the gym as much. So was a bit lost for a few years. But yeah, now I booked in to do like 10Ks and doing a half marathon in September. So just something to focus on. So yeah, that's it really. Working, running.
You better mention somebody who's behind us, aren't you, as well?
That's it.
Otherwise we'll be in serious trouble.
Yeah, I got a good woman.
Yeah. She looks after you, does she, mate?
Yeah, she does, yeah.
Is she a good one? Yeah.
Oh, she is.
Mine looks after me and all, you know.
Me, bless her.
She's a pain in mine, but she does look after me. I'd be lost without her.
Oh, I would.
Yeah. So, but all I can say, mate, is absolute pleasure to have you on. Finally, we've got you.
Yeah, pleasure.
And I hope you've enjoyed coming on, mate, and I wish you and Stacey and the family all the best going forward, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks very much.
Thank you,
Yeah,
mate.
welcome. Thanks for having me.
The Journeyman Cave is produced by Ryan Carrier. Music by Ryan Carrier. Special thanks to Rhythm Inc. Studios for hosting. All views expressed are of the guests only. The Journeyman Cave and hosts bear no responsibility for any opinions given. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at The Journeyman Cave.